Hey everybody, it's Marshall Townsend, and we're back for blog number 2. This is the second day of my blogging, and I'm going to start trying to do this every day, which is a real challenge. And that's what I want to talk about today is the challenge of perfection. In fact, what did I call it? The fear of perfection, or the fact that you're going to be embarrassed by perfections. We always look at these new things we start. And especially if we're going to go public with it. Oh my gosh, we're going public and people are going to see you. Everything's got to be perfect. And everything needs to be perfect before I get started. That's the number one reason things get delayed. And they get delayed and delayed. And then we never, ever launch or complete the actions that we want to start because we're perfectionists. Now here, I was just thinking today as I took some notes, what I'm going to launch, and I told you yesterday I was going to launch my Mark Your Ball workshop next week. And that's going to be on Wednesday, 5 o'clock Mountain Time. So on the East Coast at 7 p.m. But that's going to be the workshop that's going to launch that 12-week series. And I'll tell you what, getting set up to do that's tough. There's a lot of things you got to do. One, with any of these projects, you got to have the topic. You got to put all the material together, all the resources for that workshop. But then you got to find a platform where you're going to do that. See, right now I'm using StreamYard kind of as a test as compared to Zoom. Because in the past, I did a lot of my work with Zoom. And I'm just going to see what StreamYard does here in terms of being able to record and post that information. Then I'm going to find a way to collect money. If I'm going to charge for a workshop, I've got to set all that up and get all the links down so clients or customers can buy from me easily. See, that's the number one thing. If it's too difficult for them to buy from me or buy for you, they won't buy. So make it easy for them to buy. So, the fourth one, find a way to market it. Now I got to get out and advertise. One, the blog, I'm talking about it today, but also I need to be able to sending people to my, notes out to the people on my email list, and all of my social media platforms generate a series of messages so people are aware that there's going to be an event that adds value to them. You got to establish a long-term platform like Kajabi, where if I am going to do a workshop together and people are going to buy memberships to that workshop, then how do they get access to that workshop in the future? What if they miss an episode? What if they want to catch up, or they want to go back and listen again to something that's been said or take notes from a workshop? Where am I hanging that to where they can get back in, especially if they're paid members? Connect. I've got to be able to connect with my audience. Connect is the key to running any sort of online business. I want to build an email list, which we're kind of starting here today, yesterday and today with the links down below where you can sign up to go to the Growing Leadership Facebook page, the closed group and that's where I'm going to host my lessons, because I really want to build that network of people who are not just kind of stopping by just to, in and out. They've actually signed up. They want to come hear me talk about the class Mark Your Ball. So I want people that are committed to be in the class to be there. So those are just a kind of an initial start of just what needs to go through to be able to launch an event like that. And I know that as a perfectionist, I have that in me. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this until I got everything right. And I'll tell you, I listen to Paul Martinelli, and he says, jump and build your wings on the way down. And I'm like, no. We're going to build the wings. We're going to build the landing pad. We're going to build everything, and then I'll jump. But I'll tell you what, when you're working like that, you never make the jump. There is a time when you just got to say, okay, I'm out the door. Let's go. But I'll tell you, when it comes to working with your audience, I took some other notes as I was writing down the things today. You're trying to attract an audience to you. You're trying to attract people who are going to follow you. And we're interested in hearing what you say. So the big thing is stop selling. The object is to add value, not sell something. The object is to add value. Because in that way, you want to be a guest on their social media. You want to be a guest on their platform, in their house, on their computer. You don't want to be a pest. I learned that from Paul Martinelli and Chris Robinson this last weekend. That was a great one, is you want to be a guest, not a pest. And the other one is talk to people where they are at, not where you are. So when I built the class, Mark Your Ball, that's what it was designed to do, was to reach out to an audience and talk to them and connect with them where they are, and not just me up on the stage. And I think that's a powerful element of being a speaker. And of course, something I learned from John Maxwell, who's an amazing connector with people and able to, from the stage, really make you feel like he's having a conversation with you instead of teaching or talking down to you. The object is to have that conversation with them. So you want to talk to people where they are and not where you are. So that's today's topics. Once again, I'm putting together for next Wednesday the Mark Your Ball. If you're interested in jumping in and listening to that, they will have that available. The link down below the sign up is there, and that goes through my MailChimp account. So I look forward to seeing you and then having you in on the Growing Leadership page to learn more. All right, guys, have a good day now.